Yo, what is up guys? Ethan here back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving you my game preview of I'm not going to say it's going to be the best matchup this week, but rankings wise, the best matchup this week, Indiana versus Ohio State. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. Now, tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to upload my initial reaction to the playoffs top 25, as that's coming out tonight as of this recording. So look out for that video either tonight or tomorrow. But today, we're probably going to have one of the best, or probably the most impactful Big Ten game this season. And Indiana, even though initially at the beginning of the year I had them 4th in the division, I was higher on Indiana than most people, but at the point I just couldn't see Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan being better than them. Of course, Penn State has been disappointing due to the transfer portal and opt-outs, and Michigan is just bad over there in that situation. And Indiana's took that they took that as an advantage, and they have proven everybody wrong so far this year. Looking back at it, when I gave my initial opinion, I said Mike Penix was the most underrated quarterback in this season. He has been phenomenal, already throwing a little over 1,000 yards this year. And Phil, who going into this year was their top receiver, is not even leading them in receptions. That is the senior Ty Frogel. He has 424 yards and 4 touchdowns. Phil really hasn't had much of statistically, but he's still making a big impact. And personally, I think Phil will come back this week, and this will be his quote-unquote bounce-back game, as I think Phil Ewer's going to have well over 100 yards in this matchup. And Twywan Mullen, another super underrated player this year. He's been their best defensive player all season so far, in my opinion. He already has 2 interceptions and has 2.5 sacks for that Indiana defense. And just overall, like I said, Indiana's just been plain out surprising this year. But are they going to be legit and beat Ohio State? We already know about Ohio State. You have a top 2, top 3 quarterback in the whole college football, and Justin Fields has not thrown an interception this year. You have a 2-headed monster at your receiver position, and Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson. But to be honest, you can also make that assumption they have multiple 2-headed monsters for that receiving core. And your running backs, even though you don't have a top 10 back in the nation, they're always ready to slice your throat, and they're just always good. They're up in Ohio State. The defense is a little iffy, though. At times, I'm really surprised on how well their defense is. But in some certain occasions, I'm very disappointed. So this defense for Ohio State has got to be playing with their A game in this one, especially with this red-hot offense that Indiana has. So with all these star players from both sides, I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game. I think Justin Fields is still going to be unstoppable. And I think Indiana is going to look real good real early. And I think we're going to get a very similar situation what we saw from opening week. I think for the first half it's going to be very competitive, but Ohio State will pull away in the second half. I do think Indiana will keep it way closer than it was versus Nebraska. I have Ohio State winning this one 45-32. I think they're going to win by 13. I would definitely take the plus 20.5, I think it is now. I would definitely take that for Indiana. But I really don't see a real chance that Indiana blows it, especially that this game's in Columbus. I know there's not going to be any fans there, and it's barely going to make a difference, but I think Ohio State, especially on that big noon kickoff, they're not going to let Indiana upset them. And to be 100% honest, Indiana should not go below 15 in the rankings. If they lose this game, I would still leave them around 14, as they just plain out dominated all their other opponents. So, like I said, I have Ohio State winning this one 45-32. So, next video will be my initial reaction to the rankings. And then the following video will be Oklahoma State versus Oklahoma, as that is basically going to be the battle for the Big 12. So look out for that video later this week as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, and like always, have a good day. Peace out.